What it do? Reckless Gang back with another video. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to hook up a aftermarket amp onto a factory system into a Genesis. This is a 2016 Genesis with the smart key. Y'all see that bad boy? Boom, smart key. So we are installing some DVD drives with an Orion amp. You know, the basic shop tools, y'all gonna need some drills, some self-tappers, some wire cutters. So y'all already know all that, 9 yards. I ain't gonna get into all that. And let's see, we're not gonna be running the knob. This is the setup we're going with. Keyboard box with an Orion amp. And let me see, I'm trying to find the converter. Y'all gonna need a LOC converter because, as I mentioned before, we're running that off the factory radio. So let me run upstairs and grab the LOC converter so y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's get it. So look, y'all know the LS build video coming soon on that too as well. Stay tuned on that. We almost through with that little series, and we're gonna start the next little part up, drop it inside the car. So back to talking about the car. This is the trunk of the Genesis, right? Basically, the job of this LOC converter is to give us RCAs because, as y'all know, the factory radio does not give us RCAs. Cool? Cool. You're gonna tap this into a speaker that's off the car. And these cars, since these Genesis, they have factory amps. A lot of these cars, like a lot of the Chargers, a lot of these Mercedes, they have things in their cars called factory amplifiers. If you got a factory amplifier in your car, you're gonna have an aftermarket sub. When you're running these LOC converters, I try to run them off the subs. Now, there's been a few cars where I tried to work on them and then it didn't work off the sub. I had to tap into the door speakers, but more than likely it's always gonna be like a tap in to the sub. So in this Genesis, the amplifier is behind the left driver's side, this tail light right here. Y'all see it? So that's what an amplifier is. So we're gonna peel this carpet back. I don't have to, but just because I'm recording the video, I'm gonna peel it back and show y'all what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show y'all the software I use to find the wires, and I'm gonna show you guys a trick that you can do if you don't have the software as well. All right, so look, I was telling y'all it was a computer, right? So we're going to computer. If you work at a shop or some shops got this, some don't. It's gonna be a program card directed. You gotta, you know, have a dealer license or whatever. Put it in there, make a model, and it's gonna tell you right here. Subwoofer is gonna be the black orange with green black. So firmed it on the computer, right? So now we're gonna go back over here. And then boom, we look at it and we got the green black and the orange black. So it's confirmed one more time, orange black, green black. Just gonna make sure that's what we got on the computer again. And boom, that's it. So now I'm gonna show y'all how we gonna confirm it, because you know it's computer. People is man-made. People put that stuff in. It could be wrong. It could be mistakes, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how we gonna test that. How we gonna test that is, so the two wires we just pulled, right, are orange black and our green black. We're gonna take our wire cutters right here and we're gonna strip them a little bit, right? We're gonna strip them. So let me I'm gonna set the camera in the trunk. Okay, so boom, wire strip just like that. That's how we're gonna strip the wires. Can you guys see it? Let's see how it's, you know, cut right there. So now we're gonna take our strippers again, and now we need to go find some speaker wire. Boom, got our speaker wire. We're gonna grab enough so we can run it, because we want to tuck all that carpet back in, and we're gonna, you know, make all the wires look neat. So you want to grab a little bit. You know, I'd rather have more than not enough. Then, you know, you gotta extend wire and stuff instead of just having one, you know, one piece. Look cleaner if it's all in one piece. If y'all can't see, I'm really sorry. The glare, I really can't see myself because the glare is like this terrible right now. But I'm gonna walk y'all through what I'm doing. So the speaker wire we just got, y'all seen how we just stripped that wire, right? So we're gonna pull this wire back same exact way. So we got red is gonna be our positive, the plus, and black is the negative. So orange is gonna be our positive wire because the lightest color is always positive. Orange is brighter than green, so therefore orange is our plus. So anyways, we're gonna wrap it around here. Again, I'm gonna show y'all guys what I got too, so just bear with me, bear with me. Alright, so boom, we got our wires on there, right? There we go. With our wires on there. So now I'm gonna show you guys how we gonna actually test them. How we gonna test them is we gonna go back to our end of our wire. It's down here, right? So we're gonna strip it again. And this is where I say the tools you need is gonna be like some basic shop tools, you know, like some drills and stuff, some wire cutters. So let me go get the drill because you're gonna use your drill battery. I ain't gonna keep putting y'all on game too much stuff. So the stuff that I do teach y'all, y'all better remember it because y'all know this one's exclusive. So look, got a drill battery, right? I'll take that off. Y'all see on this drill, it says plus and negative on the drill. Like I told y'all, remember I told y'all red is a plus, that's a negative. We're gonna stick that right up in there, right? And then we're gonna go like this. So that gave us a pop. You guys hear that popping noise? That was a front door speaker. I don't want to use a door speaker. Remember I was telling y'all in the front, like sometimes it works with the door speakers and sometimes it don't, and sometimes it works with the subwoofer, sometimes it don't. I really didn't want to use that one, so that's why I was telling you guys to test it, because the computer was telling us that color combination was for the subwoofers, but that wasn't the case. So now we're gonna go back and try to look and see if we can find a different, you know, code for or a different form to see if we can find our right subwoofer wire. I identified the subwoofer as I was pop testing it, and this is why I said, like, make sure y'all test it because the wire was kind of faded. It's always important for you to test it. Another tip on your speaker wires is your speaker wire is always going to be a twisted one, but that's not always the case. So you guys, you know, you got to be careful. That's why when you go to these shops, they charge you to try, because this is knowledge you got to have on these kind of cars to get this stuff right. So like I say, if you pop testing them and say if it's a twisted wire, airbag wires are twisted. If you pop it, you're gonna pop the airbag, clearly. You gotta just know what you're doing on it, take your time with it, look it up, do some research on it. So like I was saying, if you didn't have the direct programming, look for the twisted wire. This is the amplifier. So 9 out of 10, you guys are gonna be safe to test these wires. Unplug it, cut it, pop test them. They pop, and you know you got a speaker lead. If it's nothing, either you got a bad speaker or that's not a speaker lead. So find your speaker connection. So let's continue from there. After this, now we're gonna run our wire, put this back together, run this from here. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to connect the battery and the fuse. So let's get into it. Get an amp kit, amp kit, 4-gauge wire kit, come with everything I need in it. So we're gonna take the amp kit and the fuse. So we got the power wire is the orange wire, the ground wire gonna be the shorter wire. We're gonna tap this into the frame of the car. The fuse is gonna go in between this wire. So for example, we're gonna put power here, say that's connected to the battery. We're gonna put our fuse here, and then it's gonna run into the amp after that. So I'm gonna put our ground wire and connect our battery, and I'm gonna show you what I got, and then when I do that, I'm gonna turn you guys back on. So let's get into it. This is what I was talking about. So we put our little connector here, right? You know, crimp it down with a little crimper, and then we got our fuse box here. Fuse box here, same thing as that, crimp it down with the crimper, tuck that away. We're gonna zip tie that there, we're gonna connect that to there, and then now over here we're gonna trim all this wire down. So when I get to this part on this Genesis, this part I like to put the carpet back in, and I pull my wire and I organize them, zip tie them, whatever. So basically it's the wire cleanup. I see my ground wire is done. Already knew we got our wire that's tapped in, and we got our LOC converter. So now I'm gonna come back and tell you how to hook up the LOC. So let's get into that now. So now, I know this is kind of a funny angle, y'all. I'm in the trunk of the car. So now I'm gonna kind of walk y'all through how to hook up the LOC converter. Just in case you can't see it, you kind of know by the colors what I'm doing with it. So remember in the beginning of the video, I was like, the lightest color is always positive. Every time you get an LOC converter, it's gonna be the same exact thing. So red, blue, and black is gonna be your ones that goes inside the amplifier, right? So again, red, blue, black is the ones going inside the amplifier. So we're gonna separate these from the speaker wires. These are just speaker wires. These are just gray and white. One has a line and the other one doesn't, and that's the same for the pair. One pair has a line, you know, one doesn't. So this is our speaker wire. We're gonna divide them in. All we're gonna focus on right now is our red and our blue and our black, our 3 power ones. This is our wire that's going to our battery, right? Our orange wire. So we're gonna put that with our red wire. So here, I'm just gonna strip it a little bit more. Strip it, tie it in right there. And like I say, this is our LOC converter. Our LOC converter is what's gonna give us our RCAs, because without the RCAs, we don't have anything that's gonna plug into the amp. So we guys have something that's coming from the car that plugs into the RCA so we can get sound. Find our Allen key. This is our power, wrap it around like so. On the amp it says 12 volts, put it into the 12 volts. Go, nice and snug. Alright, that's that. So now our blue is our ground. This is a wire that's on the frame. The same thing, we're gonna take our black. So our black is the ground coming off our LOC converter. We're gonna take the black, strip it. And then we're gonna wrap that around like so. I'm just gonna screw this just a little bit more so it can go in there kind of flush. And notice I have a whole bunch of wires sticking out. So look, this is, caught that on camera. If they connect, that one is tight. This one pulled out, so that means that it wasn't in there tight enough when we put the screw in. So you want to try to get it to catch on the screw, so we know that, you know, it ain't gonna fall off, it ain't gonna go nowhere. So let's try to put it more towards the top, like so. Put more towards the top, like that. And then let's try to stuff it in there now. Went in there pretty clean, perfect. Now make sure both of those are tight. So now in the middle, it says remote. On our amp, we got 12 volts. Okay, let's wait till this get done. Rude. Like I was saying before I cut that video off for that ambulance I came through, we got 12 volt, we got remote, and we got ground. So this, like I say, is our remote, is blue. Blue is always gonna be a remote. We're gonna put that into the remote one, and then we're gonna take our Allen key and we're gonna try to tighten that down. Tighten it down like so. So boom, it's tightened down. So now, remember when I told you guys this is gonna be our speaker wire, right? So this part, oh man, this part is not really complicated. It can be kind of confusing, but like after you kind of pick it up, you know, it's like one of those, you know. So remember I told you guys you got pair. This pair is white, this is gray, right? So you gonna take your white, this one's the white side has a stripe, and this gray side has a stripe, right? You're gonna take one from each side, make sure they both have the stripe on. The stripe represents negative. We wanna tie those two together, so negative with negative from one of the pair. So we got, now we have a white and a gray together. Same with the last ones, because it's gonna be 2 on each side, which is a total of 4. And look, tighten it just like that. So now we have our speaker wire, right? Our tap in. We just gonna call this our tap in wire. Fun fact about this LOC, I think this is the LOC, it actually turns on from the I guess the speaker friction or some crap like that, man. Anyway, so negative, like I say, has a stripe on it, so we're gonna put that with the black. And this is how we're gonna get our sound. This is our sound right here. So this is a very important part. A lot of people hook their stuff up and don't get sounds, and normally it's like a connection within this wire or something like that. It's always, you know, this is a really important step. So you guys want to make sure you guys got real tight connections, you know, double it up, like make sure it's tight, nice, solid connections going through all your wires so you won't have to run into stuff like that. So now let me go get 2 crimp caps and crimp on my wires, and I'll be right back. Here is 2 crimp caps here. Put one there, yeah, see? And then put one here. Alright, so now what I like to do here is either I take either the zip tie, or you guys can take tape, and then you guys can like make it a loom here, or you guys can tie it. In my case, I don't think I have that much tape left. I like using tape because, like I said, I mentioned loom. It makes it look like loom, like black and clean, you know. So I don't got that. We're gonna use zip ties. Zip ties is 100% okay. Like I said, you're just gonna see the wire, still gonna look neat and clean. So let me grab some zip ties and I'll come back to you guys. All right. So now, y'all, this is what I got so far. Zip tie my wires. I put my speaker wire in. Speaker wire just gonna hang right here for right now. So now all we're doing is we're gonna put the amp. I think I'm gonna mount the amp on the floor. I don't wanna really put holes here. So I'm gonna just put it through the carpet, like a little screw through the carpet, just enough for it won't slide around, you know? So put that in, put my 2 screws in, and then all I'm gonna do is connect the battery, and I'm gonna adjust the amp on right here a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you guys the finished product, and then I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all. Y'all see it? It's all on. All green lights. Y'all know I really can't play no music because of the copyright. So like I say, battery, ground, speakers, LOC converter, and some shop stuff. and y'all gonna be good to go. So y'all got any questions, man, just go back, watch the video, pause it, comment. If y'all comment, I'm gonna try to get back to y'all. So I'm real busy. I got like another car to do today. If y'all like these videos, I can start doing like a car or two every week. If y'all like them, if y'all don't like them, y'all rather to keep seeing the silver car and the old school, just let me know, man. Get some feedback. I give y'all what y'all want, man. So whatever, real stuff, real stuff. This your boy Reckless. I'm signing out. Don't forget to share my video, comment, subscribe, rate it, all that. I need it. We're going to the top. Gonna be a hot summer. More content on this car coming. I'm gonna have content on this car coming probably in the next like day or two. I got some little surprise coming for that one. I got the money. So I'm out of here. I ain't gonna keep talking and rambling on too long. Y'all already know what to do. Peace.